She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Not gonna happen, but...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Ad Astra Applesauce. Oh my god.
But you have not yet completed enough commissions.
You're making me do this? That's fine. That's fine. I can do this. That was enough for me. All because I don't have enough. Greetings, humans. I am Master Corvidien, and today we have returned to Genshin Impact. So, last time, we've been dealing with the primordial waters threatening Fontaine. People have already died. It was really depressing. Navia almost died when we were investigating a ruin, but she was saved by Monsieur Nouvelette. So that is pretty helpful. Basically, the primordial waters were trying to absorb her into itself, and everybody had kind of transformed into oceanids, which is wild. So when you die, you become an oceanid. When Fontainians are absorbed into the water, they become oceanids. You know, the primordial water specifically. So I think that's pretty wild. So we did some investigation, and we decided that we need to get Furina to explain everything, and the only way to do that is to catch her in a corner. And in order to do that, we're going to meet up and have a little chat to see how we can best hunt her down and get this information out of her. So we're about to go down into the Spina de Rizzula to have a little chat, and I don't know where I'm going right now. We also met for some reason Mona was here. Mona, who we met in Mondstadt, ended up in Fontaine. She's got business here, which is directly linked to the primordial water situation. So I think we're gonna have her on our team investigating as well. So this should be interesting. I was not expecting to see Mondstadters here. But should be interesting. Should be fun. So let's continue. We got stuff to do, people to talk to, plans to make, plots, many plots.
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Those meetings sure did make me hungry.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Do you feel more confident after the meetings, Paimon?
Well...
I mean, I'd be traumatized if I learned that my entire freaking
Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing.
life was gonna possibly end.
Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you?
Something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I didn't. Hello?
Then what's that?
What?
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Hello?
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Who is this?
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Hello?
Have you forgotten me already?
Wait. You
Wait.
are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Samaria.
Oh! She's one of the Hexen Circle.
Sky, I fear that
She's...
description
She
is
knows...
wrong.
Oh my god.
Not completely wrong.
She spoke to us one time, a long time ago, during one of the other Archon quests.
Previously.
The guide who will never get lost is N. otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world.
The fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not? I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Basically, the Hexen Circle, they're a group of witches. Did I explain this? They're this group of witches that are super powerful, and they're basically gods. And this lady right here is also a part of the Hexen Circle, and she spoke to us. I've never seen her. I've never seen Mona's mentor. I've never seen Alice. I've never seen Rhindaughter. These people are the most mysterious people in this game. It's wild. So this is pretty cool. I'm happy that we're talking to her directly. Who are you? What do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
Ah, Mona. It must be Mona. Friend's disciple. So this is one of the friends of Mona's master. The enigmatic N of the Hexen Circle. The N. I don't know. Do I know an N? Have I heard an N name before?
N, otherwise known as Nicole.
I-4
What?
Allow me to ask you, will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled.
Oh.
You may view
Oh,
such
no.
things as the history of the future.
What?
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you
history
have
of the
witnessed a
future.
failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
A failed attempt with your own... What does that mean?
The fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed.
I-4
What?
There it is again. Fate. Can there really be no exceptions?
Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What? What? What?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
Something else that happened previously was we changed the past, or we saw the past change. But because we're not from this world, our character, we remember the past. We remember the past as it was. But once it's changed, people who live here, who are from this world, they remember the past differently. And after that happened, this woman approached us. So things do change. Fate does change, but it's we might have to go and change stuff from the past. I don't know. So that something doesn't happen in the future. I'm curious. I don't know. The tea in the teacup is just about gone as well. Is she here?
I believe that
She's
you
here, but she's not.
understand, right?
She's not
Some
here.
things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately,
You have to go.
fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part. This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality.
You're welcome.
That'll be all for today.
Okay.
Voice. It's gone.
Page N. Is this the clue you're leaving for us? Huh. The unexpected news leads to complicated feelings. When you wake up, someone seems to be outside.
What? I want to hear someone talking.
Sorry, it's me.
All right, coming.
You're getting more diligent by month.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Me? How could that be me?
I've walked in on some lively banter.
Simona, how have you been these past few days?
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
And glasses.
Why, yes, it was Charlotte.
There
I
she is.
assume you've heard of her, no? That daredevil journalist?
She's
I'm in full
insane.
support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right!
I mean,
Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
don't ignore stuff, though.
About what we
No.
had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
So wait, hold on. That wasn't a request. Who requested what? Actually, someone already came over.
Huh?
What's her name? You tell Mona about your mysterious guest.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
Yeah, I believe she came to pass a message to us.
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
So again, we changed, or I keep saying we changed the past. We didn't change the past. A different character changed the past. We remember that. But there's basically this like huge tree. It's kind of like Yggdrasil, basically like the world tree, and that tree holds memories and time and everything. And when you go into that tree, you can go back and erase different things out of it. If you have the ability, you can go back and change time. That's what happened. I can't imagine that we're gonna do that right now because we're not in Sumeru. That's where the tree is in Sumeru. Like that's where you access the tree. I'm pretty sure. Irminsul is the tree. I don't know how we're gonna do that if we're here, but I don't know. Maybe it's possible. Who knows? We'll see. If that's what we're doing. I don't know if we're actually changing the past, but we'll see. I don't know.
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has
Nancy.
mentioned her a few times.
I'm gonna call her
She
Nancy.
said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Oh.
Whoa. The Hexen Circle sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
They rival the gods. They're
Their
witches,
abilities
and they
alone
rival the
are Pretty
gods.
terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so...
I mean, I kind of have a
perhaps it is
guess,
something
but
that
I
you
don't
cannot
know.
know right now.
True, her words were meant as a helpful hint, but when will we realize their value and meaning? I don't know. Is that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
No, not really, no.
We're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I
Yeesh.
see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for
I know one
and
way.
believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful. Perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Don't worry about it, Mona. Thank you.
It was worth
Thank you so
trying to
much.
comfort
Thank
you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
I suppose. See you later, Mona.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said, but also kind of sad too. Hey,
Yeah.
Traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Well, I just feel like the only way to really change this around is to figure out what happened in the past and change it, right? So that it doesn't happen. Like, why is this foretold? Why is this is it a curse? Like, what's the point? Like, why? Did someone decide that this should happen? I don't know. Also, I came in here thinking we were going to be talking about planning stuff and being like, here's what we're doing next. They did that off camera. They got me all worked up thinking we were going to be having a whole thing. But no. We slept. That's all that happened.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on?
Maybe we're famous? I'm a little worried about this. Oh no.
The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that. Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blonde adventurer with their white fairy, legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this
You know, we
mysterious
didn't
traveler
talk to him
once
about
visited the
anything.
underwater fortress. So while the
To Risley.
fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, The Traveler's Trail, World Walker.
Okay.
Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her.
How? Where? What?
She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
That sure seems to be the case.
Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
You know, we were supposed to talk to Risley, and we didn't. I remembered in the quest, but apparently they did not. So I don't know why we didn't speak to him. We were right there. We could have gotten something from him like, hey, Charlotte needs information. What can we tell her, Risley?
Paimon's hungry.
I don't know.
Should we go in and get something to eat?
You know, just a way to move the, the press in a certain way. Oh, we're here. I haven't been in here in a while.
Quick! Look! That's
Who's that?
the limited edition only 16
Oh.
slices a day cake!
Oh my god. It hasn't already sold out for the day?
It was so delicious the last time we tried it. Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go. I'm sure it'll be great.
We can't let anyone get ahead of us.
One
Oh.
slice of cake, please.
God damn it.
Someone
It's
showed up after all.
what's her name?
Wait, you're
Renee.
the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Renee.
Oh, are you
Sedine
eating that cake
Renee.
too?
Who the hell's Renee?
It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Who's Renee?
Wait,
Where did I get
say
Renee from?
something like that.
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
And eat it too.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon and you wouldn't get to eat cake here
Oh my
anymore?
god, Paimon.
What would you think?
But why would it close?
Oh my god.
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe...
Paimon,
the waters will
don't
rise
say
from
this. This is not the
You know,
place.
like in
This
the
is not the time right now.
Oh, the prophecy. see. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today. No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
But I think we should all plan for the future.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices are for you. Sijouin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
That's what it is.
You know Sijouin?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Not gonna happen, but thank you for the expression of good faith
And there she
and
goes.
kindness.
All right, let's dig in.
That's not what she said.
I'm sure this cake will be delicious.
Sure, a glance with Paimon and snarf down
More
the delicious cake.
And the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea.
Wonder if there's a
Sure
recipe
would
for
be nice
this.
if we could come again tomorrow.
There is a recipe for the cake that got us into the fortress. Yeah, generally, if people have their comforts, they don't care about anything else, pretty much. Their day-to-day comforts, their 9 to 5, that's all people really care about. On one side, it's horrible, and a lot of horrible things happen because people they don't care about what's happening, and they're fine with the 9 to 5. They're fine with the status quo and things happening. You know, they don't really care because they're comfortable, and that's all that matters for them, right? That's all that really matters. You know, until the wolf is at the door, then they're like, why didn't anyone warn us? It's like, people did warn you. You were just too busy eating cake.
What did you want exactly?
You were too busy eating cake, you know? But on the other hand, why not eat cake while the world's ending, right? Why not eat cake? If you can't do anything about it, then sometimes cake is all you can really, it's all you can really do.
Oh, we're near the Seabird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about, Charlotte. I don't know why you're doing these things, Charlotte.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Yeah, I did.
You've got some nerve. You just used us to make some quick mora.
Can we negotiate a profit split?
Oh, you needn't
At
worry
least.
about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you.
There's a
Sit at
lot.
the table
There's a lot
and some
happening in
food.
Poisson.
Really?
Does she know what happened in Poisson? Is she?
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
She's still a little
Still, what
too
brings you
gung
here
ho
all
right
of a
now, though.
sudden? Were you looking for me?
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well. She's a guest columnist for our paper. Really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
That's exactly how she said it.
In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Oh, sure, if you need
So
it.
your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do
What?
is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
That might be a bad idea. You seriously want to interview me?
Yeah, are we even
There's,
qualified enough?
I mean, that's definitely qualified,
If I
but
say you're worth
it's
an
a lot
interview,
it's
then
kind of
you're
traumatic.
worth it.
It's a little
But
traumatic,
not right
honestly.
now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
I don't know if we have a few days.
In that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
I don't know if we have a few days.
Oh, so
Honestly.
I'll say yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Something, I feel like we're...
Paimon's still got a question for you.
I feel like
Yeah, what's that?
we're saying bye to people right now.
Just for example,
Like, I just feel...
Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow? What would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously
No one really
asking,
does,
then
you know?
I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do?
Like, what else
I'd
would
write
you do,
that
right?
story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
Oh god, okay.
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh?
Yeah, when it's acting normally.
Paimon's been thinking,
Yeah.
if it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do? No, Paimon should ask.
I mean,
if
we're
you
grounded.
could
We can't
choose,
leave.
What would you like to do?
I can't go anywhere. If I could choose, huh? It's just like Charlotte said. Suddenly trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving
Like, it's silly,
to the
like,
next
what-
destination,
just
so we haven't spent much time
Accomplish your
thinking about
dreams.
these
Just
kinds of
accomplish your
things.
dreams.
We didn't have
Just
to
finish
either,
things
with
on a
us
good
always
note.
being on the road and whatnot.
Until that moment comes, I think I'll just keep journeying on.
You mean still traveling?
Yes, cherishing every single moment that I have to look upon this world.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Exactly. The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you and conducts the interview in the Spina de Rosula safe house at the Fleuve Centre. Navia, having finished her business in Poisson, even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
What the fuck?
But it's still better than the fortress
Can't
of
say that,
Millipede,
Paimon.
that's for sure.
God.
It's not only damp there, but salty too.
True.
So the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for
Oh,
you
I've met
two
her before.
I heard that afterward you went to the fortress of Meropide.
So are you under the impression that we might be wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Did something happen?
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
Oh
A riot?
my god.
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious.
Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her.
Which
Loudly
audience
accusing her of
members?
doing nothing about the prophecy crisis.
Oh.
And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
Oh no.
So people have started to put the blame on Furina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
If this gets worse, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal could possibly implicate Furina, right? Like, if the crowd hates Furina that much, then all of their energy will go to one side. Oh my god.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Furina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry.
She's definitely
Marshals
crying
and
right now.
Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Marechaussee has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet.
Oh
That
no.
said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
Well, she literally cowered when the knave attacked her. She was, like, begging for her life. I mean, the Fatui are very strong, and they're also, like the Hexen Circle, they're strong enough to rival the gods also, but, like, Furina's literally Furina. Like, she's a god. It would be a battle. Like, she shouldn't, like, fear for her life, but she was, like, cowering on the ground. So, ordinary people, you know, anything could happen. Anyway, I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillette sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry, this is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
Yeah, you sure caught on quickly.
If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat.
Yep.
And, as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillette was talking
I didn't know where
to her in
she'd
the
go,
Palais
though.
Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling.
Oh, that's true.
Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh?
I see becoming a detective's done you some good. Looks like those detective novels have had an effect on you.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come! This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Furina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Jeez. My assumption was that she was, like, not even gonna go here. That she was too messed up. That she was gonna go hide somewhere else entirely because she was just like, I don't even want to face Puzzle. I don't want to face any of this. So I feel bad for having so little faith in her. At least she's here, right? Like, at least she's here. I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she's here.
That's Furina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Shh, Stay quiet for now.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless.
Why is it
This
meaningless?
happened did happen after all. Everyone's dead.
They're not.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Who's dead? Poisson?
Give
Or-
up, Furina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over?
Furina.
Who's that?
Don't worry, Furina, it's just us.
So it is
She's
you,
still
blonde
doing
traveler
this.
from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my
She's still
ignorant
putting on
subjects.
airs.
Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Furina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember.
Oh my
The show
God.
at the Opera
She doesn't
House
stop.
earlier this morning
She never
was
stops.
So moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were, disturbing my enjoyment of the arts? They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marche Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
You were actually beyond devastated right now, aren't you?
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
I will fight all of you.
Quick, after her!
Oh my God.
Furina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
It's totally, definitely.
That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Furina just ran off.
Oh my God.
Quick, we have to catch up with her.
I thought I was gonna have to fight these guys off. Well, these people look too innocent to fight. I don't know. Not that innocent, obviously, but like they don't look like characters that like you fight in this game anyway.
Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
What'd you say? What is this place? Oh, whose house is this?
Paimon's exhausted.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
This place is not what I'd call soundproof. You might want to lower your voice to stay hidden.
You're right.
Yep, that's a good girl.
Oh no. What the hell is this?
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Oh no. Another disaster just struck, I suspect. Where? Where?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
No.
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
Has Furina finally reached her limit? Now that she's talking about her actual feelings, she's starting to look far less stiff. You begin to talk amongst yourselves as Furina slowly calms down.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all
Oh my god, she's
kinds of
real.
ways
She's
to
finally
hold
real.
back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
The heavenly principles. The heavenly principles, in the beginning, we were kind of cursed to stay here. We can't leave. My character and my twin used to like travel the stars basically and visit different worlds, and we came here and we were caught here by supposedly the sustainer of the heavenly principles. I don't know if it's the heavenly principles specifically or if that person was the sustainer of the heavenly principles, but the will of the heavenly principles, if it's the same character, then that is who they're talking about, the same person that freaking put me where I am. And this whole game is pretty much me trying to find this person so I can leave. But first I gotta find my twin. But even then, you still haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
That would also mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't
He's
worry.
been holding on all this time.
I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's
Oh my
enough
god,
for
god
now.
damn it.
I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
She can't stop. She can't stop.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Okay.
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
I'm running out of time. We can't just go back to square one like this. I have to get more information out of her. Furina, you might not have to shoulder this burden alone. There's like loads of people. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden with you. They really are.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
That's silly. But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you would call a witness. I don't even live here. I'm not even from Tevat. I'm the perfect person.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes?
Correct.
In other words, you never belonged here.
Correct.
And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
Correct.
If that's the case...
There's no time left. Please, Furina, just spit it out. Oh no. 2? Oh my god. That's what the shaking was. We were moving the whole time. I feel so bad for Furina.
This concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that
everything really is a show, isn't it?
The god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the
camera angles on this.
To defend your honor through a duel.
Oh my god. That's not... That's...
You would draw your blade against a god?
Oh.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Furina, what is the meaning of this?
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Furina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice. This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words, this shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin!
Woohoo!
Oh, okay.
Oh, now we're making history!
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then stay tuned for more. On the next episode, the trial of all trials is about to commence. Until next time, and as always, just call Master Corvidien. Have a good one, guys.